Welcome to the press. This morning we have us, Montserrado County District number 3 representative in the Sumo Mulbah. This is basically to speak on the increased rate of death within depots, police depots across the country, and so we thought to speak to the country about this situation. We see it as troubling. Monrovia.
Yeah.
Welcome to the press. Let's hear you, sir.
All right. I would like to say good morning to our listening audience out there, and good morning to the people of District Number 3. I have called this press conference to speak not just to the citizen, but to speak to our president, and also to speak to the one who is involved. I claim to be the Liberia National Police under the leadership of the IG, Director Coleman. Before I start, I would like to get back to India to the police law, the act that created them. And under the act, I have section 22.72V that gave the function of the Liberia National Police. And in that part of the function of that section, you will find out that the first thing they ever talk about is to protect life, which is paramount to every existence. So I agree, section 22.72V, protect life, security, that's the function, dignity, liberty, and property of citizen and other person in Liberia, citizen and other person living in Liberia. So based upon this, there have been numerous of cases that I'm aware of. I remember March 4th, 2025, quite recently, there was a case brought to plenary concerning a young man who committed suicide in Liberia County. And I think we tried to push that identical case, but it was sent in a committee room. And I don't know why, and I don't really know the reason why it was sent in committee room. And I think when it comes to life, which is one of our coexisting on earth, people should be protected, citizens should be protected with the help of government. So with that case, I don't know how far it have gone because we try pushing it, and I don't really hear from the committee. Then I remember quite recently, I received information from my district, District Number 3. There was an incident between one Ismail Koto, a young man, a young energetic man who lived in the district from the Pakopin Bell. I think they had a fight previously, and he was wounded from the eye. He couldn't see from the eye. The whole left eye was damaged. Then they started to bully him. So he went by the following week to do a fight, and it ended up so bloody that he gashed the other guys from the neck, and he was sent for pre-trial. What he did was not good. I consider it barbaric, but at the same time, everyone have their fundamental right, and they should be tried and they should be prosecuted if guilty. So he was sent to not what concerned me. He was sent not in our surrounding where we have the airport. He was sent to Zone 8. EAWA District Number 6. And February 20th, he arrived there and was put into prison for pre-trial. And I'm aware that according to our law, pre-trial should be from day 1 to day 3, maximum full day. But then within the ambience of what we call the pre-trial, we noticed that this identical case where the parents went in to bail this young man, one Kuma Akotio, the mother, went in to bail her son. And this guy is not one that have tinted character. This guy is not one that is part of the unuseful environment. He's someone who went to school. He's someone who is inclined. And when the mother went to do the building, because they are from a very poor family, they were rejected almost 2 different times. So to cut matters short, on the 27th, the mother received a death news from the depot that her son committed suicide. And I was called upon, being the lawmaker of District Number 3. I tried to intervene. I went out the depot, Zone 8, And I met up with one of the commander who told me that the supervisor was the one in charge. But what I gathered from the ground, I heard that this guy committed suicide by using the forehead on the wall. And we went to JFK, and I sent a team to JFK towards the funeral home. And we found out that this identical person, quote unquote Ishmael, there were no mark for the forehead. What happened is that the arm, I think the arm left from the shoulder, and no teeth were found in the mouth. Then they saw some late mark from the skin. What concerned me is this, because with that we did a letter to plenary. This is the letter we sent to plenary for another investigation. That was the 11th of March. The letter gave plenary I request plenary to investigate the cause of the death of Ishmael at the Zone 8 police station. What caused that? And not just Ishmael, the guy in Mulbah County. We also need some investigation from there, fact finding from there to know what is going on, because government should protect our people. But then, to my almost surprise with this Ishmael case, the parents went, they viewed the body, and as they claim that the guy used the forehead on the wall, right? And we could extend the investigation. I don't want to go into that. But I think the first thing when it comes to pre-trial, one person should be, this is something that is not bailable. It's bailable, so they should be given the credence to build their person out. But they refused, and even with the death issue, the way they went about it, the way even we sent this letter up to now, 3 days, no information from the police. No information from the police. I think this is not good. This is not in good faith. So we are requesting a call for this conference. Not just Ishmael, all other Liberians, including the young man from the Joba Airport recently yesterday. We heard that news. We're going to take a case against government. Just not too long, I was on the radio. I gave government 48 hours to at least a help so that we can have a common ground between the formula to that of the Liberia National Police. But if we cannot get information concerning this young man death, because I'm not representing them, it may be poor, but I think I can support them. We are not going to go brutal. We are not going to get on the street, but we're going to use the law against the Liberia National Police. They are accountable for this young man's life. So we need to know what went on, what transpired. We need to get the vivid information, detailed information, so that they can feel fine that this young man died and was committed by himself. But wherein there is nothing to show, and even explain to us and give us detailed information what went on, what transpired. There's no information concerning that. I think it's disrespect, the first thing, to send this letter, being a lawmaker, to the Liberia National Police up to now. No response from the IG. I think this is not good, this is not in good faith, and the people of District Number 3 will not allow it. We will take case with the court to make sure that whosoever involved shall be brought to light. So we call upon the president. This is not a good news for Liberia, from depot to depot, because let me say this. What I'm afraid of, because it's happening around the world, in even our region, the West African region, we have what we call the laparoscopic, right, way of taking out the organ from people. They will only use the incision from here, a little incision, cut the kidney from inside, push it out, and drop into what we call the apoptosis, right? When they drop into it, it is used for another person. I'm not saying that what they are doing, but to get continued news that people are dying based on suicide in police cell, I think the police cell should be a place that will protect even those that are being sent there, the prisoner, because they also have rights. So I don't know what they are doing, how they're going about it, but I'm urging the president to please intervene. My presence at the Capitol building is not to join other people to talk loud talk. My presence is to seek the interests of our citizens. And I think one way to seek the interests of our citizens is not only about making law. Oversight is about making sure people, entity, government entity go about doing the right thing. Make sure government entity implement laws. So this is the reason some of us are here. So we will make sure this one will now go in vain we will take issue with the government. I'm saying that is the letter to the plenary, and this is another letter to the police IG. It was received by one Victor Kemuka on the 17th, 2025. Victor Kemuka from 100 office. So I think 100 again is copy of the letter, but now he should have called. The numbers are here. He should have called so that we can sit down with the family so that the family can be aware. She's an old lady. That's her only son that provided for them. Even if there's an issue, there's a fight that went on, amen. Again, no one the right to take his life. So I'm saying that no one will go in jail and just butt the hair on the wall. There is no mark to show when you see blood from the teeth, the anus, he released out from the anus. That's wrong. That's wrong. So they are concealing this information. They are not telling the public. So what will you tell us today? That other people that will be sent to jail will be the same thing? We will not conceal this information. We will put it out. I think now it's out to the public. And the next step is for us to have a common ground to mitigate this thing. If there is no common ground, our next action will be next week. We will go to the Supreme Court, take our issue with the Supreme Court as it relates to the life of Ismail Koto. Thank you.
Has it been buried so far?
Not yet. He's still at JFK. He's still at JFK. I told them to leave the body. I told the parents to leave the body. We will intervene. We will come in to make sure what went on. We need to get some information. If there is anyone into that, if there is anyone into human business, they need to stop. They need to stop. There are so many information coming out. There are so many people dying in cell. For what reason? No accountability. No one can say anything. When you talk, they send it in committee room. I'm not here for committee room. I told them, when I go in committee room, I'm going to come and tell the public, and the next thing I will do, we need to sue government through the Liberia National Police. Thank you. God bless you.
So what exactly you are requesting for? Number one, someone would say maybe you are requesting for an autopsy to be done. Number two, maybe someone would say you're requesting for the assigned police officers to be investigated. Why exactly? What are the specifics?
It go beyond. We are requesting for justice for that young man. We are requesting to know what transpired. We are requesting the government to come in, because this is just Israel today and the young man in Mulbah County and the other young person at the Liberian depot in the Joba. It may be another person that will be at Jacobtown. It will be another person that will be at Fiamma, right? We need to speak to them. So what we want from the government is to have a dialogue with the family. Let the family be aware of what transpired at the cell, right? So that they can have a picture of what went on, right? So that they cannot go and shifting blame on government. This is one of the reasons that people at this time, you germinate, but at the end of the day, you try to retrospect what went wrong, right? It could be some of the reason 2029, if party will not come by, it may be some of the reason that went wrong. So in order to get away with that, we need to investigate to make sure the family of those that are involved, they are satisfied with what transpired. We need to have a transparent-based platform so that our people can know what happened. So we are calling on government to make sure, President Bouaka, please investigate, get to know what happened. Calm down, you are hearing my voice. Not everyone against you. You have some people for you. Investigate and know what is happening so that our people's life can be saved. Or not. Today we have 3 people that are involved. Tomorrow it may be 5. It may be a growing rate. And we are saying no to that. Our people need a better justice system where when they go, their life can be protected. Because that's allegation. Allegation can be false, it can be real. So what if it is false? Will this person lose their life?
Are you sensing that they had something that they don't want the public, the family to know about?
This is something, the thing is that something is fishy. The one that is in the jail, the supervisor needs to come out to speak. He said that this young man butt the hair on the wall and killed himself, which is very much impossible. That's being involved. To just hit your hair on the wall, that's being. And no young person wants to lose their family, being the breadwinner. So we are calling on government to do an investigation quickly. I'm calling on the IG. I'm not saying the administrative wing of the police. is the one into this thing. No. Let me say this and make it clear on the radio. There are people during the recruitment process that we recruit. There are people who have served our fashion in this country. There are people who fought war and have the barbaric behavior in them. But they join the police unknowingly. There are people who get on the street. There are people who stole from people's houses. There are people who ran into people's houses and steal things. They are in the police. It's a vetting process. During the recruitment, you take people unknowingly. So I'm not saying the entire police is bad. I'm not saying the administration of the police are aware of what went on. But they need to do an investigation. There may be a clique that will detect the police name. And they need to act quickly, very fast, so that the party name and our president name can be safe.
It's a pleasure to the family, the process.
To the Liberian people, we remain here focused to make sure to channel those issues that govern the interests of our people. We make sure to seek the interests of our people at the parliament. Thank you, and God bless you. You may have a fun day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. So thank you. That was the voice of Montserrado County District 3 representative, Representative Sumo Mulbah, calling on the government through the Liberian National Police to investigate deaths across the country involving in police cells and all of that.